Picture this. You walk into a movie theater, excited for some good old-fashioned animatronic horror, and 2 hours later you're wondering if the popcorn bucket sitting next to you would have been a better investment of your time. Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because Five Nights at Freddy's 2 just dropped on December 5th, and honey, it's serving up disappointment with a side of, what the heck did I just watch? Now, I know what you're thinking. The first movie made almost $300 million worldwide, so surely the sequel would be, watchable? Oh, sweet summer child, let me tell you about the beautiful disaster that is this shoddily made follow-up. It's like someone took everything that barely worked in the first film and said, hey, let's make it worse and add some nonsensical plot points while we're at it. Let's start with our beloved animatronics, shall we? These mechanical monstrosities are supposed to be terrifying killing machines, but instead they lumber around with such heavy-footed awkwardness that you'll spend more time wondering how they manage to walk than actually being scared. It's like watching a toddler in a robot costume trying to navigate a playground. The movements are so ostentatiously clunky that every time they appear on screen, you're reminded that you're watching what can only be described as an inept imitation of actual horror. And speaking of inept, let's talk about the plot, or should I say the complete absence of one. The movie shuttles between several nondescript locations that seem to exist in some kind of space-time continuum where distance and logic don't matter. 1 minute you're in a classroom with Wayne Knight playing the world's most unnecessarily mean science teacher, and the next minute his keys become some kind of crucial plot device that makes absolutely zero sense. I'm talking about a level of storytelling that would make a fever dream seem coherent. But wait, there's more. The film is set in 2002 with a 1982 prologue thrown in for good measure, because why wouldn't a long-shuttered kids restaurant be on the cutting edge of tech? Game creator Scott Cawthon, who's the sole credited screenwriter here, has apparently thought of everything and also made sense of nothing. It's like he took a bunch of random elements from 80s, 90s, and early 2000s media, threw them in a blender, and hoped something movie-shaped would come out. Now, Josh Hutcherson returns as Mike, Piper Rubio is back as Abby, and Elizabeth Lail reprises her role as Vanessa. Matthew Lillard also returns as William Afton, and honestly, he's probably the only one who seems to understand what kind of movie he's in. The rest of the cast seems to be wandering around these sets like they're looking for the actual script. The movie tries so hard to be a synthesis of nostalgic horror influences that it ends up being a jumble of references that never quite add up to anything resembling a coherent film. It's like watching someone try to recreate A Nightmare on Elm Street from memory after only seeing the poster. Actually, saying it's like A Nightmare on Elm Street would give it way too much credit. Here's the thing that really gets me. This sequel assumes everything went swimmingly with its predecessor. The first film was a box office hit, sure, but it was also riddled with plot holes and pacing issues that could have been addressed. Instead, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 doubles down on all the problems and adds some new ones for good measure. It's the kind of sequel that screams we made money, so why try harder?
The film doesn't even bother with a proper ending. Instead, it gives us what can only be described as a shrug of a quasi-cliffhanger that may not matter to its young target audience, but will leave anyone looking for actual narrative resolution feeling like they've been pranked. It's like the movie just stops mid-thought and says, well, that's enough movie for today, folks. And let's be real about what this film actually is. Scott Cawthon, by all evidence, is singularly unqualified to write towards human experiences that aren't just marble-mathed attempts at references to his own game series. This isn't a real movie. It's a franchise installment that's more concerned with setting up future sequels than telling an actual story. It's like watching a 2-hour commercial for upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's products. The horror elements? Well, they're about as scary as a haunted house run by your local community theater. The film repeatedly declines opportunities to build genuine tension or create meaningful scares. Instead, it relies on jump scares that are more annoying than frightening and animatronic movements that are more likely to make you giggle than gasp. But here's the kicker, and this is where it gets really funny. The movie comes with a souvenir popcorn bucket, and I'm not kidding when I say this may be the first film where the bucket is more entertaining than the feature. At least the bucket serves a purpose and doesn't leave you questioning your life choices. So should you watch Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Well, if you're a diehard fan of the game series and you enjoy watching your beloved characters get butchered by incompetent filmmaking, then by all means, knock yourself out. But if you're looking for actual horror, coherent storytelling, or just a movie that respects your time and intelligence, you might want to skip this one and just buy the popcorn bucket. Trust me, it'll give you more entertainment value, and you can use it to hold your tears of disappointment. This shoddily made, carelessly written sequel is easily one of the year's worst films. And that's saying something in a year that's given us plenty of cinematic disasters. It's a masterclass in how not to make a sequel. And honestly, it makes you appreciate movies that actually try to be, movies. So there you have it, folks. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, where the real horror is realizing you paid money to watch it.